Hi, this is Teacher. So let's learn how to add and subtract mixed numbers or mixed fractions. Addition and subtraction of mixed fraction. Alright, so let's take an example. 3 or 1 over 4 plus 2 over 5. So how do we go about this? Now this is the whole number, and this fraction doesn't have a whole number. So I'm going to pick the whole number separately. You can write the whole number separately somewhere. Then you'll be left out with 1 over 4 plus 2 over 5. Now, if you remember, you need to make the denominators the same thing. The denominators must be the same thing, so therefore, I will look into the 5 times table. So what can be found in the 5 times table and also present in the 4 times table? Let's check. So 5, but there's no 5 in the 4 times table. Okay, then you check on the next one. 10, there's no 10 in the 4 times table. 15, there's no 15 in the 4 times table. Then 20, yes, there's 20 in the 4 times table. So therefore, I'm going to make the denominators 20. So how can I turn the 4 into 20? You multiply by 5. Same thing you did to the numerator, multiply by 5. How do you turn the 5 into 20? You multiply by 4. Same thing you do to the numerator, you multiply by 4. Now, you make 5 times 1 to become 5, and 5 times 4 to become 20. Put the sign there, plus. And also, 4 times 2 will give you 8, and 5 times 4 will give you 20. When they have the same denominators, we have to make one out of the two. That is, you put a 20 down there because they're the same thing. Then you add the numerators. 8 plus 5 will give you 13. Now you have 13 over 20. Do not forget that you're keeping a whole number, so you come back to your whole number and write your answer beside it. 3 or 13 over 20. So that is your answer. Alright, so let's look at the subtraction part of it. Example 2. So 4 2/3 subtract half 1 over 2. Alright, same way you're going to do this. Write the whole number one side, then the other fraction, which is a proper fraction. 2 over 3 is a proper fraction, remember. You put it here, subtract half. Alright, do not forget you have to make the denominators the same thing. The denominators must be the same thing. 3 is a denominator here and 2 is a denominator here. So how can I make them the same thing? Check on the bigger number, which is 3. In the times table of 3, is there 2 there? Let's see. No, there's no 3 in the 2 times table. Alright, now let's check the next one. 6. Is there 6 in the 2 times table? Because there's 6 in the 3 times table. Yes, there's 6 in the 2 times table. Then I'll make the denominators become 6 by multiplying 2. The same thing you do to the numerator, multiply 2. And this side, by multiplying 3 to make it 6, the same thing you do to the numerator 3. Having you done that, then you're going to write your result down. So 2 times 2, 4, and 3 times 2 gives 6. Subtract 1 times 3 is 3, then 2 times 3 gives 6. Now you're having the same denominator. You pick one. So 4 subtract 3 will give you 1. So your answer will be written beside the whole number, 4 whole, then 1 over 6. Alright, so let's take another example. This is your final answer. Example 3. 4 whole, 1 over 8, subtract 2 whole, 1 over 2. Alright, do not forget, you pick the whole numbers out. Now this time we're having two mixed numbers. That is two mixed fractions. Now 4 is the whole number right here, and 2 is the whole number right here. So the sign between the two is subtraction. So I'm going to do at one side 4 take away 2. Then the whole number will becomes 2. After that, I'll select my fraction, my proper fraction, 1 over 8 and 1 over 2. 1 over 8 subtract 1 over 2. Alright, I'll make sure the denominators are the same thing. Do not forget, you check in the times table of the bigger number. Yes, 8. Is there 8 in the 2 times table? Yes, there is. So there's no need of going forward. Let's just stop there because there's 8 in the 2 times table. So how can I make 8 to become 8? It is just multiply by 1. Because if I do 1 times 8, I'll definitely get 8. So the same thing I'm going to use to multiply the numerator 1. Alright then, how can I make the 2 to become 8? That's multiplied by 4. Then you do the same thing. Alright then, I'm going to have 1 times 1, 1. Then 1 times 8, 8. Subtract 1 times 4, 4. Then 2 times 4, 8. Now that I have the same denominators, okay, then I consider the numerators. This is 1 and this is 4. So I cannot do 1 subtract 4. So what should I do? At this stage, you need to go back to your whole number. When you cannot subtract the numerator because it is impossible, you go back to the whole number. Do not forget that we've subtracted our whole number and the final answer for the whole number was 2. Alright, then out of the 2, I'm going to take 1 out of it. If I take 1 out of the 2, that means my whole number will return to 1. So the 1 that I pick from the whole number will come back here, but turns to 8. Why and how did I turn the 1 into 8? Whatever that the denominators is will be converted to. Let me repeat that. If you pick the 1 from the whole number, it will definitely change to whatever the denominator is. If the denominators were to be 12, 12, then the whole number, the one I pick from the whole number, will definitely turn into 12. But because this denominator, they are just 8, 8. Then the one I pick from the whole number here turns to 8. Then I'm going to add the 8 to the 1. Now I'm going to have 9. Then I can do 9 subtract 4. That will be 5 over 8. So do not forget I'm still having whole number 1 left out, so I'll put it beside it. So the final answer will be 105 over 8. Alright, you can try this and you can give your answers in the comment section. Question 1. 3 whole 1 over 4 add 2 over 5. Okay, that question is juicy because I've already done that in the examples. Mind you, you can try by yourself to check if you're right or wrong. Alright, then you can do this as well. 5 whole 1/3 subtract 3 whole 2 over 3. Alright, try those two questions and drop your answers in the comment section. Thank you.